You are not demonstrating. You are attempting to commit murder. Don't think for a moment that if you are participating in this activity, that you are not being a prop for the re-election campaign of Donald Trump, because you absolutely are. You don't want to be part of that, then don't show up.
Here to react to that and more, let's bring in Mark Morgan, acting CBP commissioner. You heard your reaction to the mayor of Portland, their commissioner.
You know, Pete, I have a couple of reactions. First of all, I guess on the good side, the mayor there has been following my Twitter account, because he's saying the exact same thing that I've been saying with respect to the federal building, that these thugs, these criminals, these anarchists were doing to the federal courthouse. They were assaulting federal officers. They were trying to burn it to the ground with people inside. I've been saying that was attempted murder as well. So I guess he's finally on board. But again, at first, he was blaming the federal presence for the violence, and now that that's shifted to the local police, now he's still blaming the president for these thugs, what they're doing still in Portland. It's unbelievable. I think the majority of American people see past this.
Yeah, how do you wrap your head around this? I mean, are we supposed to have anarchy in the streets constantly? I mean, there was video that came out this morning that we aired earlier of an elderly lady with a walker, and she had paint all over her. Someone threw paint on her because she was out there talking to the protesters. There's the picture right there.
It's just outrageous. Yeah, look at that. I mean, I believe this in my heart. I've been doing this for 30 years, the law enforcement, Ainsley, and I believe that the majority of American people, regardless of what political aisle you stand on, looks at that and says, that is outrageous, that's unacceptable. We need leaders, local level, national, to stop that. This administration and this president absolutely is committed to that. We've seen that. And I'll tell you what, I was just in Portland on Wednesday, and I met with the leadership of the Oregon State Police, and I saw they wanted to be there. The professionalism working together to solve this problem at the federal building is working. We need to do the same thing to stop the violence across the board.
All right, unbelievable what's happening. You pull back, the unrest happens. At the same time, your acting Homeland Security Secretary has to clarify federal action on Capitol Hill, as if these lawmakers have any clue what really is happening on the ground in Portland. Meanwhile, Joe Biden continues to make news on how he's going to treat illegal immigrants, those people who jumped ahead of the line, got here, and when he becomes president, they're going to have a pathway to citizenship and something else. Let's listen.
Should undocumented immigrants also be able to get subsidized health care?
If they are working in the United States of America and they are paying taxes, they should have access to health care. They should have access to what everybody else has access to. The most important thing to do.
Worker?
No, it depends. Not all undocumented workers are working. You say on every undocumented worker.
I'm not sure how we clarify that. Not every worker is working. But how do you feel about it? If you're here illegally, you get everything. Could we take care of their deductibles as well?
Look, Brian, he also made a comment that as soon as if he's elected, that he would stop building the wall.
Yeah.
I tell you what, this is dangerous, and the American people need to pay close attention to what's being said, because right now what we need is an administration and president that understands the importance of border security, and that border security is national security. Like I said, I've been doing this for a long time. We need to have the tools and ability to know who and what is coming into our borders, and have the ability to stop the bad things, the drugs, the criminals. And right now, for example, infectious disease, this president and this administration gets the importance of border security. This is a very important time in our history right now.
And I'm talking to somebody who worked for two presidents, Democrat or Republican. The other thing, if you tell people we're not building the wall and you get free health care, what is that? What's the message to Guatemala, El Salvador, Nicaragua? Come to America, it's free. Congratulations, you have chaos on the border again. Has he even thought this out?
Absolutely. From my perspective, my answer is simple. No, it's absolutely not. With that rhetoric that's being stated right now, you are sending a message to the cartels and smugglers who are going to exploit that. You're going to send a message to all these individuals that are looking for economic, a better way of life. It's ollie income free, and we've seen it before, and we're going to see it again. I can promise the American people that that's what's going to happen. We're going to be in crisis 2.0.
Yeah, I mean, and back in Portland, they said the rioters were there because of the federal presence. Then the federal presence left, so they stopped protesting at the courthouse, and then they went after the state police instead. So it never really was the federal presence, and we know that. Mark Morgan, CBP Commissioner, thank you so much for your time.